Hey y'all, this is Marla K. Hope everybody is doing well today. Got a story that I want to share with you that is very symbolic of who this man is. On tomorrow, I'm sorry, not tomorrow, but on Papa's last day in office, he is planning on spending his day in Charleston, South Carolina. And for the life of me, I could not figure out why he wanted to come here because there's nothing, um, let's see, how can I say this? There's nothing that symbolizes coming together about Charleston, South Carolina. In fact, South Carolina is one of the states that helped to kick off the Civil War. And y'all know the Civil War had to do with slavery. So I'm going to read this story to you, and then I'm going to share with you another story that came to my mind when I found out Papa was spending his last day here. So it says the White House has announced that the president will spend his last final day in office in the Holy City, in Charleston, South Carolina. I did not know that they called Charleston, South Carolina the Holy City. Y'all know the other holy city is what? The Vatican. So I'm like, wait a minute. I live here all my life and I didn't know this. Never heard of it. Anyway, continuing. Tuesday, the White House said President Joe Biden will travel to Charleston Sunday. Exact plans have yet to be announced, and it is unclear whether the masses can expect to see Biden in any public appearances. He is expected to attend Donald Trump's inauguration ceremony the next day, making for what will likely be a tight turnaround for the president. Further details will reportedly be released at a later time. So this is to me one of those symbolisms, one of those code signs, clues, codes that the powers that be, the hidden hands, use to speak. And so for me, I'm just putting my tinfoil hat on. It's a wake up call for Black people. Y'all need to get ready. So let me share with you another story that I found. Somebody else was like, "Holy, what?" Somebody else said what I was thinking. So this actually came out on in 2021. So it says, for a city known for being holy, many would argue that Charleston has quite a few sins in its past. Andrew Kunn, a native historian and tour guide, says the name Holy City was likely just a marketing technique to attract tourists. Come visit the Holy City, but in reality, we were anything but, says Kunn. According to Kunn, Charleston was known for being religiously tolerant from the very beginning. In fact, he says the freedom to practice your religion was one of the selling points to convince people to migrate when Charleston was a new colony. So I think that is symbolic and leading the way, in concert with the goals of the ecumenical movement, possibly. Just got my tinfoil hat on. So, um, let me go back because this article's moving like it wants to. Okay, so quote, well, yes, there was this sense that you won't be persecuted by coming to celebrate your faith in Charleston. But even in those early colonial years, if you weren't Anglican, Whether it was Baptist, Quaker, Presbyterian, Methodist, it didn't really matter. They were grouped in a group called the dissenters, said Kunn. Experts say the Anglican Church had little to no respect for those who did not conform to their religion, especially the indigenous population and African slaves. Got that? This is why many believe Charleston was formed on discriminatory values. Dina Moses, president of Charleston Interreligious Council, CIC, believes it's important to stop sugarcoating the truth when it comes to the holy city's past. I mean, Charleston's history is one of beauty, but also one of true discrimination, misunderstanding, and disrespect, says Moses. From the outside looking in, Charleston may seem to embody its holy nickname with hundreds of churches and religious dwellings on the peninsula. At the same time, many faith groups classified as minorities still feel the effects of discrimination to this day. I grew up here in a minority tradition, and I don't think I had as much of an opportunity to really get to know my faith here in Charleston, says Moses. This disconnect is exactly what the Charleston Interreligious Council has been working to mend over the last few decades. Interreligion is, y'all see where it's crazy. They are comprised of city leaders from a diverse group of faiths and backgrounds. Moses says the group often takes sacred space tours into different houses of worship in the Charleston area. Here you can see their most recent virtual tour into the Hindu temple of Charleston. As for the question of whether or not Charleston is truly a holy city, Kunn says there isn't a straightforward answer. Like I said, we were anything but a holy city. Charleston has faced a lot of struggles, but we dealt with those as a people. So yes, I do believe there's something about that makes it holy. I do believe that in a way we are a holy city because there's no other city like us, says Kunn. Oh, there's plenty of cities in America like Charleston on the water that imported slaves. But anywho, I just found it very interesting that Papa picked Charleston. And I do not think it was picked by accident. I do believe that it is a symbol or a code that we should be paying attention to. You should understand the history of Charleston, especially where black folks, African slaves, colored people are concerned. You should see how it is tied to war, civil war, and then this interreligious project they have going on, this CIC. I think that's also really important because it coincides with the ecumenical movement and what the Catholic Church is trying to do, what the Pope is trying to do. Y'all know Papa is Catholic. So it's just interesting. There's, like I said, there's no reason for him to come here except for it's saying something. So I think, again, y'all need to be on your guard, P's and Q's, get your head on a swivel, get ready, because what is coming is going to be very difficult for black people. We are going to experience a lot of loss. We're going to experience a lot of hardships. We're going to experience a lot of job loss, famine, pestilence, just nothing good. The word says we're going to be judged first before we leave this place. And if you are not, praying, getting your life together, paying attention to what's going on, and planning and prepping, building up your faith, getting strong in the word, I don't know what to say for us. I'm really like concerned about how lackadaisical our people are just about the times that we're living in. And I know I've been saying it for a long time, and it's because I can see things years in advance before they happen. So a lot of people just are not comfortable. And I've been saying the same, are comfortable. I'm not saying are comfortable. And I've been saying the same thing for a long time. So people are like, oh, you've been saying that. You said that in 2020. You said that in 2021. You said that in 2022. Yes, I'm saying it because I want you to be prepared. And I know our people are poor. We don't have resources like other groups. So we have to work slow to do what we need to do. But just think about how much better off our people would be if we took heed to people telling you something far in advance. Like why it gotta be last minute? Why it gotta be you gotta be set on fire or displaced, or you gotta have a loss. So I don't know, but anyway, I just want to share this with y'all. We need to pay attention as black people. To me, it just seems like 2025 gonna be hell for us in particular. We already knew this, but I believe that this coming here on the very last day of his um, presidency, before the transition of power, um, to me is interesting, especially since South Carolina was one of the places where where the Civil War started. So I actually live in a town where it got started. With I'm not gonna go into it. Um, it's crazy. John C. Calhoun, y'all. This man is slapping black people in the face, and black people don't even know it because most of us don't know our history. Again, it's a symbol of disrespect to us. He's been disrespectful to us the entire time of his presidency, and he going out being disrespectful. So you can't expect nothing less. That's all I got. Alright, please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments in the comment section. What do you think about Pawpaw coming to Charleston, South Carolina, with the history of the Confederacy, slavery? Some of the first slaves arrived in Charleston, South Carolina. It's still very segregated. All the things that are not good about this country, this is where he chooses to come on his final day, full day in office. Also, y'all have to remember, Strom Thurmond is from here. I'm not sure if he's from, I don't think he was from Charleston. He's from South Carolina. But, South Carolina got that rich history of racism, segregation, slavery, hangings, lynchings. So, and a lot of these secret societies still operate here. The symbolism is everywhere. So don't take it lightly that this is where he chose to come. When they go someplace on their last couple of days, their last tours, he didn't go to, Papa was supposed to go to Vatican. He didn't go to the Vatican, but he came to Charleston, another alleged holy city. So I think we need to pay attention to what's going to happen to us this year. I don't think it's by accident. I just think it's symbolic. And if you have not seen that movie Civil War 2024, I think you should watch it. I just think it's a sign. All right. Keep prepping, keep praying, seeking the Most High, obey those laws, statutes, and commandments. Stay in your word, black people. Stay in it, because these people are getting ready to come after us. I just feel it in my spirit, and I just feel we're not prepared. I pray the Most High wake us all up at one time, but I don't know. Some people love this world and love um, themselves more than they love the Most High and they love their people. I know sometimes we're difficult people to love, but we are all we got. And so it's time for us to get our act together. So pray for your brothers and sisters. Pray for our people. We are all in danger, and we just we need the Most High more than ever. All right, this is Marla K. Love y'all, and I'm out.